just from my best possible timeline to yours, I'm so excited about today's video because it is about the second most important topic after Johnny Depp, which obviously is my enormous hair. I'm just kidding. Obviously, what's happening in my Supreme Court regarding women's rights, also what they just did for people who've been wrongly incarcerated and are facing the death sentence, or what just happened the other day and what's going on with gun control. Way more important. We're not going to talk about any of that because that is all a major bummer. Instead, what we're going to talk about is my hair. And this is the most requested video I get. So I wanted to show you my hair in its natural state. This is what my hair actually looks like. And I wanted to tell you about the things that I do for my hair care. Again, this is my most requested video, and I am not here to gatekeep. I'm here to help you co-create your best possible timeline along with mine. So here we go. First of all, I've got to say that the water where I live is disgusting and atrocious and filled with minerals, and like keeping the shower head clean is a constant battle with vinegar and bags. It's like a whole thing. I've never lived in a place with worse water, and that really has affected the way that I have to take care of my hair. So if you do live in a place with terrible hard water, then maybe this will be super helpful for you. If you don't, maybe you'll be like, ew, I bet this stuff is too heavy in my hair. I don't know. But that's the first thing. So second, my hair is in its natural state. It's not colored at all. So I know that obviously processing your hair can lead to damage. And so that's not something that I am dealing with this at this point in my timeline. Let's see what else. There's maintenance-y things about hair. Also, I wear my hair a la naturelle most of the time. So most of the time I do not do anything to it with heat. Sometimes I straighten it. A lot of times when I shoot videos, I straighten it just because it's like so enormous and it doesn't translate well. And right now I'm like in desperate need of a haircut. It is so long. It's bananas. It's up right now, but when it's not up, it literally touches my belly button. So yeah, welcome to the video about my enormous hair. So there's really only 5 things that I do for my hair. And I'm not even recommending these things. I know some of them are not good, but they give me the results that I want, and they're very cost effective. And so if you have alternatives, I'm certainly like super open to hearing them, because I think that the things I'm about to tell you guys are like filled with parabens and all bad. I hope that's not too loud. Sorry, I'm parched. This stuff is yummy. Real, pure, organic coconut water. I get it from Sprouts. I don't see a brand. Oh, Life Refreshed. I'm sorry about whatever that noise is that my neighbor is doing. I have the noisiest neighbor in the universe. I wanted to shoot earlier, but their kids were like outside playing with water. So remember when I told you about the calcium? Like, look at this. Just from being in my shower, there's just like calcium buildup. This water is disgusting. So the first thing I use, again, I'm officially not recommending this, is called Professional Salon Formula Moisture Shampoo by Kirkland. So I get this at Costco. It's the Costco brand. And I like the way this makes my hair feel really like silky and smooth and soft. But if you pair my enormous hair. And then for conditioner, I use Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Smoothing Conditioner. This says for frizzy, dry, unmanageable hair, which is where I live. And I think both of these have like toxic parabens, and actually I just did an organic acids test and I came back really high in parabens, so I should find a different thing to use for my hair. This one is sulfate free, but it doesn't say anything about parabens, so it's gotta have parabens. That's terrible. I've tried the healthier version of this one that like doesn't have parabens, and it's awful. I don't know why. It just makes my hair like so dry and disgusting. Yeah, this one probably has sulfates and parabens because it doesn't say anything about either of that. So these are my guilty pleasures. A lot of my life is like really super clean, organic. My hair is not one of them because every time I have tried to figure out how to do that with my hair, it has never gone well. So if you have paraben-free, sulfate-free alternatives, please, please, please tell me in the comments below. I would love to find something else that makes my hair soft and manageable, and not dry and stripped. That's the way those healthy things usually make my hair feel. It's like stripped. So then the next thing I do when I wash my hair, which is only about once every 5 days, I have really dry hair. It's not greasy at all, and so yeah, I wash my hair probably about every 5 days. And I would say that I concentrate shampoo up here, and then I slather conditioner everywhere. I get real slutty with my conditioner. And I try not to shampoo the ends actually, which is something that I got from a Facebook group. I think it's called the Wavy Hair Curly Girl. No, Wavy Girl something. The Wavy Girl Method on Facebook. And those girls transform their hair from hot messes like this into like beautiful curls. But they have to use gel and mousse and leave-in conditioner and what are those contraptions called? Like it's like a bunch of spikes and you put it on the end of your blow dryer. A diffuser, that's it. And so if you want to spend a ton of money on your hair and have epic wavy hair, they don't use parabens or sulfates, I think, and they use 1,000 products and their hair looks lovely. Maybe one day I will graduate to that, but I'm not there yet. So in the meantime, after I get out of the shower, I let my hair air dry, like always. I never, ever, ever blow dry it. If I do, it's just like a hot mess. It's so long that like I can't blow dry it straight. It's just, I don't have blow dry skills. I have like a couple times had my hair blow dried by a professional. It's gotta be like a proper blowout, otherwise it just gets like enormous. So yeah, while my hair is what's it called? Just air drying, when it's like damp still, not totally soaking wet, but not dry at all, I put maybe 5 squirts of this SU Air Milk by Divines. And is that doing a good job of showing you? I can't tell. Maddie is the one who introduced me to this, and it smells lovely. It's really light scent, so I like that a lot. This stuff doesn't really smell very much at all. dripping rather with calcium. Yeah, I like the way this smells. It's very artificial. It's not my favorite, but it smells pleasant. But it's a bit strong. This stuff smells nice and light and like non-offensive. It says sun protective conditioning milk for sun exposed hair. And I do like a little bit goes a long way, probably 5 squirts in all of my hair, and then the next day when it's dry I might do another squirt or 2. Lasts forever. I love that stuff. And if I'm going to straighten my hair, that helps me get it like really sleek and shiny looking and super straight. It's very nourishing, very like conditioning. That stuff's really lovely. Now the next thing that I do for my hair is this. It's called Too Chic or Not Too Chic by Giovanni, and it's a Frizz Beacon Anti-frizz polishing serum. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard for me to tell. That's doing a good job. If you want to know what any of these things are, let me know in the comments below and I'll post their names or links or something. And this scent is not my favorite. This pink scent kind of smells like baby powder. But I do this with it when I want curly hair. And it does a good job of like helping define these curly edges and bring them out, and helping with like frizz and flyaways. And it's not too heavy. It's rather light and non-offensive, and a little bit goes a long way, which obviously is like important with my enormous hair. Okay, and the last thing with my hair protocol is the thing that I can like recommend the most vehemently and the most enthusiastically. It's the only thing really that I feel like, yes, this is legs falling asleep. This is the answer, right? This is like everybody should do this probably. It's got vitamins, it's got protein, it's very conditioning but also very nourishing. So whether your hair is dry and lacking moisture, or it's actually like protein deficient, which is often the case, and we don't know about that as much and we don't talk about it as much. This has everything. This is everything. This transformed the health of my hair when I figured it out, especially living in super hard water conditions and areas. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I do it probably, I would like to do it once or twice a month. Like ideally, if I was like winning at life, I would probably do it every other week. But sometimes I go like a month and a half, even 2 months without it, and then I'll do it back to back, like 1 week and then the next week and maybe even a third week, just to like put that protein, put that moisture, put those vitamins back into my hair. And it just transforms your hair. And that is my super secret. It's an egg. Not one egg. For my hair right now, I think I use, I want to say 6 eggs. I have a lot of hair. You probably won't need 6 eggs. I know, it's crazy, right? Like, everything your hair needs is in here. Yeah, so what you do is you mix up 6 eggs, like just scramble them together. Oh, actually, this is important. When you crack the egg, there's the yolk and there's the white part. What is that called? This is what toxic mold does to your brains, folks. I still don't know what the white part is called. You can buy it by itself. You know what it's called. You're at home right now screaming the answer to me, I'm sure. Egg whites. That's what the white part is. Egg whites. Oh God, I used to be so smart. Tragic. Okay, so the point is, hey, sorry, I had to tend to the emotional needs of a very needy dog that I am now touching with my foot, which is why the whole camera had to shift. What was I saying? So the point is, I don't remember where I left off, but let's just talk about eggs. So the egg yolk, if you Google like egg, oh, I remember what I was saying. Sorry. And now my neighbors are doing some new other weird thing. Look, so you have the egg white, the egg yolk, and then there's this thing that connects them, right? I was told a long time ago it was an umbilical cord. It is not. It doesn't feed the egg yolk. Instead, it just connects the two. It suspends the egg yolk in the egg white. That part will stay and get in your hair and be stringy and stupid. So you're going to want to crack an egg. And when you crack one egg, don't crack all six, crack one egg. Pull out that white part with a fork. It's kind of difficult. You're like, it's going to be a thing. So just buckle up and get ready for that. Then you're going to crack the second egg. Do the same thing. Crack however many eggs you might think you need. Probably 3 is like a normal person amount. Let's see, if real short hair, real long hair, adjust. And also the size of the egg matters. These eggs are kind of small. I think in the past when I had like really oddly big eggs, I want to say I used 4. So you're going to do that. You're going to mix it all up. Now, if you do a Google search and you're like, egg white hair, Google's going to be like, egg white has tons of protein and that's really good for your hair. Or it's going to say, or if you do a Google search and you're like, egg yolk hair, it's going to be like, egg yolk has a lot of vitamins and that's really good for your hair. And so some people are out there like separating their egg whites from their egg yolks to put them in your hair. Do the whole thing, in my opinion. Before I did this egg thing, I would read the Wavy Girl method hair form, and they would talk about like either you need more moisture or more protein, and my hair's really dry, so I always thought that what I needed was more moisture and like vitamins, and then I did this and my hair was just like, it loved it. So now I realize that like my hair was like protein deficient, and my hair loves eggs, and honestly my body loves eggs. Like if I don't get my eggs in the morning, I eat eggs every single day, and if I don't get my eggs in the morning, like it really affects my energy levels. So I think I'm starving for biotin, or something else that eggs have a lot of that's hard to get elsewhere. My body loves eggs. Hair, mind, body, heart, soul, eggs, me and you. Let's never fight again, baby. Like, I'm sorry about that whole histamine intolerant phase that we went through, and I don't ever want to do that again. That's my little side message to eggs. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that I do to my hair. The pink gel, I like the green one better. I meant to tell you that earlier. And then also, you can put that in when your hair is wet, and you can put it in when your hair is dry. And you can put it in when it's damp. It's just literally always good. I'm trying to think. That's it. That's what I do. That's how I get these locks. Interestingly enough, when I was young, my hair was straight. It's always been able to hold a curl very well. Like if I put it up in a ponytail. big bump in it. This actually, here's a hair hack for you. What I'm doing right now by like putting these in will frame this nice curl right here and like tame this hair and then have this. It looks good. I'm gonna make another video of what my hair looks like when I pull these out, basically. So like I'll rock this look one day, and then the next day I'll wear my hair down, and instead of just being one big poofy lion's mane, it'll go like, and it actually looks good. And I've trained my hair using nothing but pigtails, essentially, and no heat. So that's always a bonus. I'm always looking for ways to do things with my hair that do not involve damaging it. So yeah, first like 17 years of my life, my hair is just straight, then like a dum-dum. Here's another piece of advice for you. I permed my hair, right? I wanted like spiral ringlet hair because it was long, and I was like, that'll be awesome. My hair holds a curl really well. It did not hold that perm. It just went like, it was all that. And it has never been straight since. And my sister tried to warn me. She was like, do not perm your hair. It changed the texture of my hair forever. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna listen to my sister. Stupid. So stupid. Hear me now. Learn from my mistakes. Just say no to perms. They will change the texture of your hair forever. And curly hair is so much harder to have than straight hair. Other weird things about my hair. I used to live in New Orleans for a while, and the moisture in the air there would make everybody else's hair like frizzy and stupid. My hair was just like my hair loved it, and I just had these big, beautiful curls every day. Honestly, my hair's never looked better than when I lived in New Orleans, so that doesn't make any sense, but that's the thing. I feel like I had one more hair thing that I wanted to tell you about. Here's another hair thing that I wasn't even going to tell you about. Okay, so you guys know that I am a spoonie, also known as a sick bitch, and I've been battling several different chronic illnesses for a few years now. So one of the things, sorry about the airplane, unfortunately I still don't have control of air traffic. So one of my many diagnoses was something called porphyria, and porphyria is when the sun hits your skin, triggers your liver to like, I'm a little teapot, dump toxins into your bloodstream, and you feel awful. So for about a year and a half, I rarely went outside, and it was gradual. And I know if you want to get like, go ahead, go down the rabbit hole, learn about it, show up in the comments, tell me this doesn't happen to people because it's a rare genetic blah blah blah. It happens to mold patients like all the time. So I didn't go outside for like a solid year and a half unless it was dark, or if I did go outside, I mean, I had like every inch of me covered. I'd wear things to like just protect myself, and this is before I even got my diagnosis. I just knew that when I go in the sun, I feel terrible, and so I'd be walking around with like hoods and headscarves and long sleeves, even though it's super hot, and like socks, and it was a whole thing. So for like a solid year and a half, I had to take all those precautions, but for about a year and a half leading up to that, I was really light sensitive, really heat sensitive, probably developing this porphyria. I have since beat it, thank God, which is why I have like somewhat tan skin for the first time in years, because I really just beat it like a year ago, and then I had this this like phobia of the sun that it took a while to like, no, I can go out in the sun. I was still pretty scared of it. Anyway, the point is, my hair is dark now. It's darker than it's ever been in my entire life. It's starting to get some color in some places, but my hair is usually not this dark. So something that I've been doing to lighten it naturally is spraying chamomile tea in your hair. So I use like maybe 6 tea bags. You know me, I'm all about that 369, baby. So I put 6 tea bags in about a cup of water, and hot water, obviously. So you steep the tea, you make a really concentrated chamomile tea, you put it in a squirt bottle, and it helps lighten your hair. It also makes your hair kind of dry and frizzy, but I find that it creates like that beach hair look, that like salt-kissed hair that people use unnatural products for, right? So that's like a fun hack if you want that beachy, kind of like wavy hair look. Maybe try use some chamomile if you want to just lighten your hair naturally. Maybe try use some chamomile. You've got to go out in the sun, so you do the chamomile first, and then you go out in the sun. So if I know I'm going to be out in the sun for an extended chunk of time, I will usually put chamomile in my hair. Unfortunately, I will also usually get hot and end up putting it up. So like this end of my hair where the bun sits on top is a lot lighter. It's like the most chamomile compared to the top. See, I feel like you can see that difference. I don't know if you can. Anyway, that's a hair hack that I wasn't even going to tell you about because I forgot. And trying to think, I don't know what the other thing I was going to say about hair is. I have wavy hair, which you're only supposed to brush when it's wet for some reason. I don't understand. I usually brush it before I get into the shower and then not after, especially if I want it to be curly. I'm sorry. I have neighbors and they have cars, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess that's it. Those are my hair hacks. That's what I got for you. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've learned something. I hope you have hair hacks for me that don't involve sulfates or parabens and are affordable. I find that like the things that say they're going to be really good for my hair and might actually not totally dry it out and make it terrible tend to be out of my price range, unfortunately. So maybe I should just pay for a haircut and then I could use less of the products and get better products. I do need to get a haircut. This is getting unreasonable and unruly and it's so hot. Anyway, that's it. That's how I do. That's how, if you want to get all of this, you want a giant lion mane of hair, it helps to have my parents, and other than that, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you are able to teach me something too. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Yeah, as always, very, very grateful to